Hello, welcome to the top 10 of August 2024, where we kick off with number 10. With number 10, Back to Black by Amy Winehouse, released in 2006. So 2006 gets to start on this kind of head-to-head, not really head-to-head, with 2006 and 2007. I'm going to be reading this shit off my phone because I don't know, any other way. I really would like to print this shit out, but I ain't got a printer. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So my triple threat is basically just, the three songs that I like the most from the album. I try to stay away from hit singles. So like with Back to Black, for example, everybody knows Rehab. And I feel like, why would I even mention it if everybody else knows it? With a song like Rehab, because it was so big, I'm still going to end up talking about it. But for the most part, if I'm going to talk about the Black Album by Metallica, I'm not going to fucking talk about Inner Sandman. I'm just not. But, just a little heads up here. As we move along, this shit's going to be, I'm going to flow a lot more better. It's going to flow a lot better. And we're just going to keep on rocking. Anyway, what kind of fuckery is this? How have we come so long without talking about the lovely Amy Winehouse? Because, like I said, this has been like 6 or 7 top 10s, and I've just reached this woman. Always been a fan of her work and her vocal style, so taking a look at this record made all the sense in the world. Through some research, I came to appreciate Amy's approach to her craft. And there's like an interview that I posted on my Instagram story where she kind of dives into, where her mindset was while making the album. I think that kind of shit's interesting. Today we're going to look at her final release, Back to Black. This record is what made Amy Winehouse a household name with hit after hit. Even the D tracks carry some weight, but let's see how much. Rehab. Good Lord. If you were not around when this song came out, then I gotta say, you missed out. For better or for worse, you missed out. Was it overplayed? Absolutely. For good reason? You betcha. Sound is catchy from the jump with an earworm chorus that kicks off the song as well as the album. You could not escape this song. Ironically, this record was released in 2006, but I totally remember Rehab being like the summer song of 2007. But weird how singles work. I digress. It was never my favorite track, not by a long shot, but it was such a trailblazer, I had to mention it. I do love how the band sets the tone early on with an overall chill and relaxed sound, but with almost a frantic pace. An organized chaos, if you will. The snare is tight. The trumpets are subtle in their delivery. Everything comes together perfectly while Amy glides effortlessly over it all. Totally get why this was as big as it was. You just can't help but move. You Know I'm No Good is more my speed, and funny enough, I'm realizing that it is the polar opposite of the opener. We're not talking from happy to sad, but from happy to, ooh, I'm not so sure. That absent feeling in your gut. The drum and bass combo to start the song gives it this penultimate vibe, like we're on the long walk. Amy carries these songs with a silent killer's confidence. She is warning you to go about your business, but you just can't help but try to strike up some with her. Her voice is just such an alluring trap. The instruments reflect that. The soft keys paired with the trumpets gives off this Venus flytrap vibe. Can't get enough of this one. My favorite part about the song Just Friends is the chorus, because in the chorus, it goes like this. It goes like bump, bump, ba-dum, bump, 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 ba-dum, bump. But like it sounds just like Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit. And I just think that's cool. I don't know if that was intentional, if that was just like a coincidence, but if it was a nod, it was a cool nod, and I nod back. Funny story about the song Love is a Losing Game. In the middle of 2020, Sorry, I have my child with me, monitor. And it's losing connection sometimes, so you gotta refresh it. But we're all good. Where was I? Funny story about Love is a Losing Game. In the middle of 2020, my friends Bert, Maddie, and myself got together to record some stuff, and this song was one we decided to cover. This track gave me some drumming lessons on restraint. The groove is a steady one, but your dynamics need to be soft enough to not overshadow the vocals. That's exactly what drummer Homer Steinwest accomplishes. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. The guitars are lighter than air. Whether they're playing accents or picking through chords, it's all performed just light enough. This song feels like a dish that you have to get every ingredient down in order for it to taste right. All these little things coming together to form this beautiful creation. That was about Love is a Losing Game. Seriously, like the drums on that one, you want to go a lot harder than the song like calls for, and you just got to hold back. And for a undisciplined drummer like myself, holding back can be a fucking nightmare. Honestly, what have you been doing with your time if you haven't checked out this record? This performer, Amy Winehouse, will live on forever in music history. Taken away from us far too soon, she made the most of her opportunities, and that is reflected through her work. If you're a fan of the old jazz or in the mood for some easy listening, check out this record. It's going to be one you'll let stay on repeat. One thing I like to say for albums is sometimes there will be these things called a morning album, and it's just something that's easy to listen to first thing in the morning. I listen to these things at work, and I clock in sometimes at 6, if not before 6 a.m. in the fucking morning. So I'll give you an instance. If I'm doing Suicide Silence or something like that, and I have to listen to that shit at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, you know what? Sometimes, I'm just not feeling it. But with stuff like Amy Winehouse's Back to Black, shit is smooth sailing the entire ride. It doesn't get bumpy. You can really just throw it on for background noise, or if you just want to sway to something, it gives you that opportunity to do so. I fucking love albums that give you that. So this is definitely a morning album, an easy listening album, whatever you want to call it. It's a great album. So it's a perfect way to start off the top 10 at number 10, obviously. And we're going to see what's in store for tomorrow when we take a look at number 9. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned.